Welcome back to Online School Management System Part 7. In previous part, in 7, Part 1, we work with this add student. It was successfully created. In this Part 7, second part, we're going to work with this. So this slightly change. We need to load this data only for add student blocks. So to do that, we'll add a simple hidden input for this. So let's add as a div id request class div height and code base input get or option. So if we refresh, so this is now displayed. So, to hide this, we'll do it from CSS. So copy this, and yeah, I'll be also uploading the CSS tutorial soon. So please follow my blog and my channel, and I'll be uploading HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, PHP, Procedural PHP tutorials very soon. So please stay connected if you want to learn. So if we okay, save hiding. Not hiding. I think it's cache problem here. Custom.css. As I told you, this cache problem. So it's hidden, right? So from JavaScript, we need to check if the page is loading only the add block student or add student page. So there could not be any JavaScript conflict. So to do that, we load first request value. So request, if it's request equals to add student, then we need to only load this function. Okay, so it's easy. Let's indent this. Yes, it should be working perfectly. So let's close this and write this part. Shift plus if request equals to book student, then for this part, so if it's for manage, should only load this JavaScript. So it's done. So let's add the front end part. Okay, let's just minimize this and minimize this, and let's add this here. Okay, let's minimize this, and here we need to add form where the action should be go plus URL student create book, which this function is not created, and post id create book form, and we'll try to add a button type button, class button default, and here we add row, button type, select, button primary. Here we add save changes. Okay, let's see if it's working. Okay, it's perfect. So okay, we'll try to add a table id, add book student table. Let's give it like first name, let's give this last name, let's give it here class, section, and action. Yeah, it's perfect. I think I forgot the, let's give it width of 20. I think I'll give from style width 20. Perfect. And okay, tr, let's give it td div class. Let's copy from here, okay, let's go to, okay, perfect. We'll remove this label and give this email. It's okay, let's give this email. Okay, let's give it first name, and this has books first name, it should be books first name, it should be an array. I have already have a video about validating the input field. It's I provide a link in the description. You can download them, which is on the Procedural PHP, where you will be clear about this array variable. Okay, so okay, I'll try to create more. Let's give this last name. This give us this should be select. I'll be updating. Okay, let's give them this as a text. This should be section, and here we'll add our remove button. So let's give them button class button default, and here I'll give icon kill free. It's kill free cone trash, and we need an on click event to remove this row. Here I think we'll pass the ID. Okay, so let's check it's okay. So we need the class information, how we are getting the class information and the previous section. So if you're not, then this is loaded from this section. As if this the page is on student, we'll load the class data, and that's how we'll get the class information. So okay, let's give it like this. I'll give it value pr select select form group name books class name, let's give id as that same. Okay, and it should be here, and for each class data here value be equal value class id is be equal value class name. Oh, should be form control. Okay, same applies. Let's copy this and paste it over here. We'll remove this and we'll type here the select class first, and here we'll change this to section name. Forgot T. Let's add the same as that. Okay. Books T. Section name. Same with here. Section name. So it's perfect. So the class are loading here. So we'll use the for loop to get this data like for 3 times. For it 4 times, and I think the action field is too big. Let's give this to 2. Okay, perfect. Okay, you can see we need some margin of padding, but I'll give it from PR element. Let's move down, so we have this, and we'll try to give this element a unique ID, so that will be used to remove that part. When will we be in the remove part? Yeah, you understand. Okay, in this part, as we'll X, and we also need to define this section uniquely. So as X, and here also will X. So let's copy this and paste it here. Last name, put last name. This should be an array. This should be an array. Okay, that's perfect. So let's try to work with this remove function. So let's copy this function and write clear function, and in that we'll add row ID, which, and if row ID we'll try to remove by this calling and row ID and remove. I think it should be uniquely removed. So as you can see, in this function, remove function, we pass the each row ID right? So when this function is triggered, it gets this row ID, and if it has the row ID value, then it goes to this function and it removes uh, by this row ID. So it will select that particular element, and it removes that element from page. So you can check it. Okay, there's small error, request is not defined. Oh, it should be okay. So row ID again, it's PHP, confused. Okay, so gets removed. So okay, so let's try with this add row function. So let's go back to this and let's create here. It should be onClick event add row. So it should be function add row, and we'll count total tr of that table by t body tr length. So to give you an example, you can see how many table row we have. To, for example, if we click on this row, so you have 3, right? So if we delete this one, we have 2. So based on that, we'll add the row. So count id equals to 0. So if total tr is less than or equals to 0, then we'll add count id equals to 1. Else add number t body tr last attribute id. This will get the last attribute id. For example, we get the third row number. I'll give you an example. So if you click on this, again I'm confused with, so I told you it's like if we delete this, we'll get the row 2. Yeah, so that's how it works. So okay, so we'll try to only get the ID, not the row text. So number substring 3, it'll skip the 3. So this substring JavaScript function will skip the 3 strings. So like 1, 2, 3, and if we have the row ID, so for example we have row 1, so it skip 1, 2, 3, and it only fetch the number. So let's give you an example. I'll upload this. So if you click on this, for example 3, if you remove 2 row, it should have only 1. So yeah, that's how it works. So okay, so let's add account ID to b plus. It should be number account ID plus 1, and so we'll be fetching the row data from the AJAX from the server. So we could do it from here, but I'll be using AJAX student get append plug student row count ID should be type equals to post. If it's success, it should return. We'll check if the length is greater than 1, then it should add at last. If it isn't, if it does not have like a table or row, then it will start at from first. So we need to check. So if add book student table t body tr length is greater than 1, then we'll add that add last, right? So else it will start from beginning. So all we need to do is copy this and does after response otherwise tr append response. So this function is not created. We'll create this add student controller, which is located as SMS. Okay, application, go to controller, student, and then in here in this file we'll create append. Okay, let's give a comment add student row in the book section public function. Let's give this count id equals to null. So if we have a count id, then only we can go inside this. So we'll add the class data to this class model there. Model classes. Let's check if we have how to go. So we'll use this function to get all the classes data. So we'll be using this function. So let's copy this part and let's paste it over here as tr, and okay, and we need to echo that tr. Okay, so let's make this more neat. Yeah, so it should be here, it should be current id. Let's copy this part and just work with this. So we need to update this part also. Before this, let's give this as a row. I think this looks better, so let's give this as a row. Okay, so for this we'll just close this one and give this row this and change okay this to okay. For now, let's remove. We don't need this. Okay, so let's give this value dot class id, and here let's give it like value dot class name. So let's try to add that row as expected. Okay, the syntax error in 175. Okay, we forgot to append this data. We don't need this. Okay, now it should work. Yeah, it's working. So let's try to add. So it's successfully added. So it's beautiful. Okay, so let's try to validate and insert this data to the database. So this part is done. I think we don't have any error. So let's create the create function. Okay, let's create below here. Let's give a comment. Create book student function. Let's go. The function name is create book. Okay, let's copy from this part to this. Let's paste this one. We don't need this much validation. Okay, at first. Okay, we have like different. We have all the array filled, right? So we need to validate each array. I think I'm not going to work with this format. Let's give this as input post and give it as a book. First name, book first name. If we try, let's see the output. Okay. We didn't see any output. If let's say left not empty first name, somehow this, oh, maybe I didn't add action method create book. Okay, create book function first name. Okay, so first name. Let me check. Okay, student first name. Okay, it's empty. I don't know why it's empty. Okay. Oh, I just closed this form. It should be here below the table. Sorry for that error. That should work. Okay, it should work now. If we go print name, should we have three first name? So let's try to add another testing 1. Let's go with this testing 2, testing 3, and testing 4. Let's save this. Oh I forgot, it should be text. Please update this at student view, and also in get append bulk student row, and also please try to update this placeholder. I'm sorry. And okay, so okay, so testing first. Third and fourth. Because of testing 4. Okay, I think the third part is not. Yes, I guess so. It's in this part, the student count ID. It should be equals to, this should be open to this count ID. Now it should work. It should be 4. Okay. Okay, it's working. So testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's save them. It's working perfect. So let's validate each array input. Okay, to do that, let's go to student. Okay, let's undo this, and we'll check if it does not, if it's not empty. We'll look through each first name and set the form validation for each column. So set rules. Okay, so give them as a book. I have this form array form validation in video. I have a video, you can check it out and understand the main logic, how it works. So it should be key, first name, required. So if we try to, we don't need this. Okay, we'll try to create bulk, create bulk function, and we don't need this. Okay, let's try to save it, and then new it. We don't have this. Let's refresh it. Okay, we have like bulk 1, this, because it's not stored in an array. So to do this, we have to if key equals to bulk name, look for each value, give it this as number, give it as data, and just copy and paste this by here, and bulk first name, we'll add the number, and here again we add books first name. Okay, number. So let's see, we have 1, 2, 3. So let's add with this, all with, we'll be working with class and section. So let's go here and just enter this with class name and section name. Just update this too, and also this, copy and paste. Okay, we need this as a class name. Here is a class name, here too, and for this another field will have a section name. So I think all the data will be displayed as a section. And so we will some class name. I forgot to update this too. You need to update this variable too. Okay, so yeah, so it's based on the part. So okay, so let's create the model, create bool functionality. It will be easy, right? Create, let's write a comment. After that, create bulk, and for that equals to 1 if x is equals to or equal to count this. First name, well, it should be class name. So let's copy this, and here write section ID, and for image we'll add a default. Should be asset images default avatar png. Okay, and for section we'll change this to class section, and here we'll write okay for first name, and here we'll write last name. So here should be first name and last name. Status this tv insert student insert data return status. So yeah, that's all we need to do. So let's create it's a validation work. We'll validate through the AJAX, so we don't need to worry about that. We'll save into database through also from AJAX. So for right now, we are just checking if the data are successfully inserted in the database. So let's try to create database. Oh, I forgot about this section. We also need to update this part, right? So let's go to student, and we need event on change event in this function. So let's give the name as on change get select class section, let's give the ID. Let's create this function. Don't forget to update this in server 2. Let's update them quickly. It should be this part, right? So here, and for this we'll add the count ID. So let's copy this and it's simple. It's like a just two 3-line code. Row ID, check if row ID or class ID equals to we need to I'm sorry, this should be on this section. Okay, row ID value. I hope I didn't update that. Yeah, it's on class, right? So yeah, it's okay. So class, and let's update that value on both section with that row ID and load fetch class section. Okay, class ID. So this will be quick. We'll just use this function. It's already built, so we won't there time. Okay, oh, I forgot. Should be like this. Okay, it's updated. Okay, let's try to create student 1, last name 1, first name 1. Let's give this class to class A. Let's copy this 2, 3. Let's add another 4. Let's add 2, 3, 4. Let's add them to the class 1. Okay, unknown section ID. So the field name is not correct. It should match with the section ID. Okay, so okay, it's been added. Okay, let's check the data. Yep, it's added 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the class ID is 66, and yep, okay, it's successfully added. So let's validate them to AJAX and submit this form through AJAX. So this will be really quick. Okay, we need to go to this section, and as usual we'll copy the AJAX function from this part, copy and paste, and as usual we change this form ID. Create a book form, so we don't need this, and this we'll just change this to form serialize, and we'll clear the form, or yeah, we'll clear the form, and let's check. Okay, we have an error. Let's check if it's equals to book. Okay. So we it's okay. Okay, this function is not loaded. It's empty. I didn't get it right. Okay. It should be text. I'm sorry. That's not input value. Okay, it's working. I'm sorry, that is not a input value. If it's input value, it should be value. So that's why it wasn't working. Okay, like if it was like this, I think this add function and add student should not be working, so because it was in value. So let's add this back to text. I'm sorry, what happened is test, and let's remove this, and so first, yeah, it's working now. So add student. Okay, let's add a student of final test, final first. Let's add this, change this to 2, 3, and 4, final, last name, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's select this class to class 1, it's okay. Okay, so let's save this, successfully added. Okay, so let's go to this part. So it's a final this one. So yeah, this is how it works. So in next part, this will be the final part in next part, which I'll be working with this, where we'll be uploading the students' information. Okay, so please follow that session, and have a nice day. Thank you.